One of those restaurants that's historical and preserving traditional recipes. It's one of the most well-known restaurants also in Phuket.
I'm so happy. So you guys can enjoy your meal.
Man, that's got all the mushrooms that they have in Thailand, I think.
These are noodles, vermicelli noodles, made into a little bundle like that, and that's to be eaten specifically with the crab curry, with the wild betel leaves.
This is like a pork belly, yo.
The full slab of pork belly, yes. A little bit of that sauce. Oh man.
Yeah.
Kripal. We gotta try that.
That fat
Yeah, that fat.
is like a silken mousse. I would associate this with like a very simple stew in Kerala.
Something that everybody could eat as well.
Yeah, just the coconut milk and maybe a little bit of flavor that comes from a chili, a little bit of the garlic. Hi folks, welcome to another vlog from Phuket. We're in a cab. The boss is here with me too. And we're on our way to Phuket Old Town. Now if you've been watching our Phuket series, you already know that I've got a vlog with legendary food vlogger Mark Wiens. We just did a delicious southern Thai meal the other day. And it so turns out that we've decided to have another meal together. And this one at an iconic restaurant called Raya in the Old Town here in Phuket. So that's where we are headed, to an early supper with my dear friend Mark Wiens.
So welcome to Raya restaurant, and this is one of the heritage, really classic restaurants of Phuket. Kind of represents the cultures that Phuket represents, including Malay and Thai and Chinese, all fused together, and that's the food that this restaurant serves. Probably their most famous dish is the crab curry with bai chaplu, which is the wild betel leaves.
The wild betel leaves.
So it's a coconut milk curry, big nuggets of crab with the wild betel leaves. The other dish that you have to try here is called mu hong, Chinese style braised pork belly. And yeah, you'll really notice the fusion of Southern Thai and Malay flavors with Chinese flavors here. Oh, the restaurant only dates back to 1994.
Okay.
However, I believe that this is a heritage building that could date back at least 100 years old. So there's Portuguese influence as well. There's a Chinese influence.
So this is like a must-do when you come here.
For sure, for sure. It's a heritage. It's one of those restaurants that's historical and preserving traditional recipes. It's one of the most well-known restaurants also in Phuket, but it is still very good.
So they have a vegetarian menu too, huh?
Yep, plenty of options.
Well, I'm just taking a back seat here while Mark orders all the dishes to have.
We got some of this vegetable, the melinjo leaves. Then we got the stink beans with shrimp. We got the boiled coconut milk. We got a small piece of fish. Yeah, that's mainly it.
I'm so happy. So you guys can enjoy your meal.
Man, that's got all the mushrooms that they have in Thailand, I think.
Yeah, I'm so happy.
I think there's some straw mushrooms in there, and is there some enoki as well?
Yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah. So I have my vegetable fried rice, and in the morning we'll be I'm set. So you guys carry on.
Thank you.
Do you want to start with the crab?
I think so, yeah, since
Probably
that's the most anticipated dish.
These are noodles, vermicelli noodles, made into a little bundle like that, and that's to be eaten specifically with the crab curry, with the wild betel leaves.
Ah, fantastic. Maybe just a little bit of the gravy.
Some of the gravy, yeah. All right.
With some crab.
Yeah, definitely. All right.
Let's go. The betel leaf has a certain spicy pepperiness, right? Delicious.
Yeah, that crab is amazing. It really absorbs, so you need to keep feeding your noodles.
You know, the best thing when you're eating crab like this, somebody's already done all the work.
Almost too easy.
Almost too easy. And I'm not complaining though.
Oh, when you got that coconut milk, the curry paste in there, you can taste a little bit of chili. It's not over hot, but it does have the flavor of chili. A little bit of black pepper in there.
Yeah.
You really taste the lemongrass.
Yes.
The galangal in there as well. A little bit of turmeric.
So this is a must-have dish when you're here.
And the noodles just kind of melt into your mouth.
I think that noodle is a perfect medium to complement the delicateness of the crab as well. Because the flavors of the crab, the texture of the crab is very delicate.
Yeah.
It's almost cloud-like, almost pillowy.
Silky.
In its, yeah.
Very silky.
So good. Can I give you one more, Mark?
Thank you. Okay, sure.
This is a must-try dish when you're here at Raya. So we have to eat some more. Thank you, Mark. It's Phuket where there's a lot of focus on seafood.
You see, the thing is well, Phuket is an island as well. Even though it's very close to the mainland, but surrounded by sea. And then the other thing about Thailand, south of Thailand, is it's on the Malay Peninsula, which is quite narrow.
Yeah.
And so you do have seafood options both from the Andaman Indian Ocean as well as the Gulf of Thailand. So you have like two different sides of seafood
So there's
offering different seafoods.
so you're
different
basically
fish.
spoiled for choice.
Definitely.
I mean, when you come here to Phuket, you've got to come to Raya and do this. If you're a crab lover, somebody's taken all the effort of shelling that crab for you, cooking those juicy, plump morsels of crab in that delicious curry. That curry's got a lot of balance as well.
It does.
What I'm appreciating
Really a
most,
harmony.
yeah, is the flavor
Really a
of that beetle leaf. Also in that leaf, Mark, I can taste some of the flavor that you associate typically with fennel.
Oh, yeah.
No?
Uh-huh.
Super. This is like a pork belly, yeah?
The full slab of pork belly, yes. A little bit of that sauce. So this would be more of the Chinese spices.
White
Cinnamon,
spice.
the star anise. There will be a bit of black pepper in there as well. And then there's going to be more of the soy sauce.
So this is basically the belly, so you've got plenty of the fat.
Oh yeah, look at that. Oh.
Wow.
Slices right through that fat with a spoon.
It's as tender as that.
Oh man. Yeah. Kripal. We got to try that.
You get a nice cross section of the pork with the fat, with the meat, and all of that.
Caramelized onions and the sweetness.
That fat
Yeah, that fat.
is like a silken mousse. I just place it in your mouth. You don't need to bite on it.
No.
Oh my goodness, it's almost the texture of bone marrow.
Oh yeah.
No?
Like it just jiggles between your teeth.
Absolutely. So this is definitely slow braised. So the texture of the fat is, I'm not kidding, it's gone.
It disappears.
Just disappears. You don't need to exercise, work your teeth at all.
Oh yeah. Do you taste a little hint of black pepper at the back of your throat? There's a little black pepper, but it's more of a Chinese braising spices flavor to it.
There's also some sweetness to it.
Yeah. Yep. Sweetness as well. Yep.
But really nothing comes between you and the flavor of the pork, especially the fat.
Yeah, it's really tasty.
No wonder these two dishes, the crab in the yellow curry and the muhong, are the first dishes that you will find as you open the menu here at Raya.
Yes.
Such spectacular hits that they want to advertise it right up front.
I think one of the things about this place, Kripal, is its consistency. You've come here before, you know the flavor, and you know when you come back it's going to be the exact same flavor that you remember. They just use family recipes as well that have just been passed down from generation.
And also the setting here, it's almost like you're eating in a home, right?
It is. I think it is a former home. It's a heritage building, a lot of history. And even if you look around, you'll see photos, you'll see decorations, you'll see some of the cabinets, you'll see even the flooring.
Yes.
Those are the heritage tiles as well, the classic tiles.
This is more like the turn of the last century sort of space.
Yep.
This also seems like the sort of food, at least the two dishes that we've had, that would have been prepared in a home by, let's say, someone who's been cooking for decades. Would it be rude to go for another serving of the fat?
You can. Sure. Go ahead.
Only after I serve you some too. I think just that fat. You don't need the meat in this.
Pure fat.
The fat.
The fat and that sauce. Can you see the layer of oil on top of that sauce? Melted down from the pork belly. This is the weight of the spoon with just a little pressure.
That's it. And you can see that fat glisten away.
I think my favorite part is actually that gravy, because the pork fat has melted into that gravy. So like I would be happy just with the rice and that gravy even.
Yeah. I think let's do that. Let's get a bit of the rice, and I'm going to massage that fat into that rice. Just rub that fat into that rice and get all that gravy. This is brilliance. I'm sure this is cooked for hours, Mark.
There's so many restaurants that tend to, as
Waver.
they gain popularity, they start to taper off a bit, But this is a place that just definitely has remained consistent.
Remain consistent.
So stink beans, curry paste, big shrimp.
I want to just get the curry and the sting beans
Stink
first.
beans, yes.
Out here, the sting beans are almost not completely cooked, right?
Yeah, true. You have a crispness to them, yeah.
So here, the sting beans almost pop in your mouth as you crunch on them.
So I think they toss them in just at the end. Just let them saute just for a little bit in the curry sauce. The prawn is good.
Very good. There's a sweetness also in that prawn.
Yes.
What is the spice that I'm tasting in this, Mark?
It could be shrimp paste in there too. In a lot of Thai food, actually, the shrimp paste is one of the hidden ingredients that gives food so much extra flavor.
So that gives it a little more complexity.
That fermented complexity, that umami, that saltiness. These are melinjo leaves, stir-fried with egg, and one of the standard Southern Thai dishes as well.
Malinja leaves.
So this one is a gentle dish, but what I really like about this, the flavor of the leaves are really good. I like the texture of it too.
It's got a bit of a bite. It's got a certain density to it, a certain weight to it.
Definitely.
Are these foraged or are they cultivated?
They're cultivated,
Okay.
but they grow a lot in the south.
Oh,
of Thailand.
okay.
Very wet conditions.
I was just going to say that these leaves are also very moist. They're very juicy. Would they also make like a healthy juice with something like this?
I've never seen it before, but you might be able to.
Like how you do a spinach juice or
Like a
kale
smoothie or
juice,
something. Yeah. I think it could work. We have a few more dishes to try.
I think we should do the namprik because that's something that I haven't tasted before.
A combination of fresh prawns, shrimp paste, shallots, garlic, chilies. So I'll go for a cucumber first. On the sweeter side,
Okay.
but you've got that nice shrimp, balance of shrimp, the shallots in there, the chilies, and then you can choose all this variety of vegetables, which is I really like about it. This is something I really like, the white turmeric.
Oh, white turmeric.
Yeah, you can dip in that, you can eat it straight.
It's got a bit of that slight flavor that you associate with raw mango. So that's a good thing about Thai food, right? So there are plenty of veggies that you balance things with.
These are cashew tree leaves, the fresh leaves, I think.
Like them? It does seem quite strong. The cashew leaves. I'm just going to go with one. Mark went with a whole mouthful.
Yeah, that was way too much in one bite.
You know, if you were to eat raw guava,
That chalkiness.
yeah, that lime.
It's like a film that coats
Yeah.
your mouth when you eat it, yeah.
Also, this one is a lot gentler than the namprik we had yesterday, right?
Yeah, very much.
So that was more with the dry shrimp.
Yes.
Maybe get a bit of the cucumber though this time around. I can definitely feel the spice of the chili there. I like the combination with the cucumber. Although it's sweet, it is spicy. The cucumber tends to kind of tone it down.
And there's little pieces of lime peel in there, which gives it a burst
Yeah.
of acidity as well. Fried fish with garlic and some chilies in there. Barramundi fish.
What is this dish called?
Bla pad prik lua.
Pla is a fish.
Yeah, or blakapong pad prik lua. So I think it's a barramundi fish.
Ah, prik is a chili.
Chili, garlic, salt.
So I think the fish is deep fried.
It's pretty good, but I think it would have been better hot.
Yeah. I think the fish also became a little powdery along the way. So when it's hot just off the wok,
It would definitely be better. But you can still taste the flavor of that, the nice flavor of that garlic and chilies in there. The fried garlic is really nice.
what's nice is also that deep frying makes that fish skin a lot more malleable to the bite, no? This fish is quite thick in its texture. It's almost steak-like
It is, yeah.
in the manner that you bite on it. Cup and crab.
Well, this is going to be a dish that has just the coconut milk boiled with shallots, maybe a little bit of shrimp paste, and then with shrimp and the goose tongue leaves. In Thai, it's just called the coconut boil.
So Mark, one thing I've noticed in Thailand, you eat with the fork and the spoon. There's no knife
Yes.
typically.
Nope,
Right?
that's the Thai way. Thai food traditionally should be eaten with your fingers,
Okay, do you?
but they don't do it much anymore. In villages, sometimes they do.
At home, how
but-
would you eat?
I would use a spoon
Oh,
usually.
okay.
Yeah, but older, like it kind of people have gotten away from it, unfortunately.
Okay,
So it's now not that common.
okay.
But if you're in the villages or if you're like in people's homes or older generation,
Yes,
often eats with their fingers still.
with the fingers.
Yeah. You see, there's a lot of gravies,
Yes.
and there's also a lot of soups. Usually, you'd also have a soup at a meal.
So the spoon is always.
So you always have a spoon. Has always been the main
So that's
carrier to
usually
your
in the
mouth.
right hand.
Yep. So that's the main thing because if you have, you see, if you have that rice with gravy,
Yeah.
with the coconut milk with some stuff in it, it's not gonna. The fork is not gonna be able to
Be able to
handle
hold
it.
it. The goose tongue leaf and the prawns.
Very simple.
Very simple, very mellow. You just have the sweetness of the coconut that you're tasting.
Yep. And that just that behind the scenes flavor of the shallots.
I would associate this with like a very simple stew in Kerala.
Something that everybody could eat as well.
Yeah, just the coconut milk and maybe a little bit of flavor that comes from a chili, a little bit of the garlic.
I think it also makes a great accompaniment to all the other dishes with all the spices, and then you have this really mellow.
That's the other thing that I find on this table, like we did yesterday. Every dish is very unique in its flavors. So it's all with the fresh ingredients. And the combination of those fresh ingredients that bring out these different flavors. What I'm a big fan of here in Phuket is the quality of the seafood.
Shrimp are really good.
Thank you, Mark. And even the onions here haven't been roasted or anything. It's just been poached perhaps in that coconut milk.
Just plain. I want to taste one of those too. I think they've just released their sweetness into
That's right.
the broth.
In the sweetness of the onions, I can also taste the sweetness of the coconut milk.
Kripal, we have one more dish, the pad pak bung, which is water morning glory. Again, just a simple stir-fried vegetable. This would be common all over Thailand. Has more flavor than it looks.
So it's more like a quick stir fry.
A high heat, still got that smokiness from the wok.
The wok,
Garlic in there to bring out the aromas as well. And that's about it. They might add in a little bit of fermented bean sauce in there to give it some depth of flavor. A little bit of soy sauce. That's about it.
That's about it.
It's really crisp, yeah. I think that's one of the best things about it. How crisp it is. Yeah, just wilted. It's just wilted, right?
Very good. So Mark, that was a fantastic meal here, no? I think my clear favorites here, I think the crab in yellow curry, you gotta do it. So also the pork, the muhang. Actually even some of the other dishes, like for instance the prawn with the sting beans, the morning glory that we tasted now. I found this to be a very different interpretation of the namprik as compared to what we had yesterday.
Yeah.
What was your favorite dish here, Mark?
Probably the crab.
The crab.
Yeah, the crab is hard to beat.
Thank you very much, Mark,
Thank you,
for
Kripal.
another fabulous meal here in Phuket.
Yes.
This was a clear bonus to be sharing another meal with him. And I hope you enjoyed this vlog and all the dishes that we tasted.
Yep. Awesome variety. Awesome meal. Great to hang out with you, Kripal.
Thank you very much. Great to hang out with you. The
Thank
feeling
you.
is mutual. So that's it from Raya in Phuket. Until the next time, take care, stay safe, stay strong, and happy
Eating.
eating. If you need one reason to visit Raya, this would be it. This would be it. If you'd like to support the work that we do at Food Lovers TV, do consider joining our membership community on YouTube by hitting the join button below or on the home page, and receive special privileges like behind the scenes footage, shoot updates, access to live Q&As, and a lot more. You could support us on our Patreon page as well. For more info, check out the links in the description below. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and leave a comment below. Happy eating.